I want a motorboat, Raymundo.
Ooh. Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. Daniel Bryan is the hottest free agent available? Is it going to be all red everything? And AEW Blockbuster Finales. All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, Mischief, tell them what to do.
The first thing that you do is you praise us. And the second thing you do is you hit that subscribe, hit that little bell for notification. You know where you got to hit us up at. You on Twitch, Twitter, IG, Facebook. We on MySpace. We on Me.
We on MySpace? We on Me Handspace?
Subscribe. Nah, I don't know. Let me check the page.
We got a Friendster account.
We got Friendster. Yo, hit us up on Grindr. Yo, we all out here. We
all out here. You know we always out here. We gotta be out here. There ain't no other place where we gonna be at. But here with y'all on Thursday nights, ladies and gentlemen. How we living? How we living, champions? And what? Most importantly, though, ¿qué se está bebiendo?
Oh, today we got some Jameson Black Barrel. I will always thank Old School for this, but
ooh,
hell yeah.
Putting this on the map. Putting this on the map.
Let's go, baby.
How we living, Old School?
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Living life. I got a little bit of Black Barrel left. Let's finish this.
Oh, you also? Oh, okay. Oh, so you're tag teaming on me, huh? I got the Tito's. I did the pre-production show, so I was already. There's 2 cups in, so come on, 2 glasses in.
Yeah. Let's do it, baby. There's a lot of good wrestling to talk about, man. Oh, what a night! What a night! Yo,
what a night!
Night's going good, yo. Things are going right. Everything is like just feeling so good and
so
then
perfect.
Just
I don't know.
Finish?
I don't know. Oh, is that what happens? You just can't finish.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what that's like, baby. But last night was a night. Last night, there's so much good.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that for sure. But we gotta get into the heart of nitty gritty. Let's hit the cardio. I've been riding my bicycle to work. You already know, I'm not taking that public transportation crap like other people do because it's scary out there. But I'm ready to run. I'm ready to I'm feeling good.
Big road to work one time. He thinks he's Lance Armstrong.
He started though. He started somewhere. Listen, running the ropes is led tonight by a special story here. Maria Kanellis. She's questioning Stephanie McMahon, guys. She's questioning her advocacy for women in wrestling. Oscar, you wanna take this one away?
She just doesn't feel that she's being sincere.
Oh, but okay. So can I just read a passage of what she exactly said? She goes, "So you have all these pointless pay-per-views. You have the opportunity to do a women's empowerment pay-per-view, and you don't do it. I don't get it. I don't know how Stephanie McMahon deals with that. Like, as a woman, I've been very outspoken about women's wrestling and women in wrestling. It should come as no surprise that as women, I couldn't deal with that. If I had all that power in the industry, I couldn't deal with that. I have minimum power in this industry, and I'm fighting my tail off to create more opportunities."
I mean, we had women main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We had an all women's pay-per-view. Yo, like change is a slow thing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't too long ago that we were talking about like shitty women's wrestling and how it just wasn't given a chance.
I got an idea. Since she's on the board of directors for ROH and all that jazz, how about we get a women's main event in ROH? What up, Tiff?
Yeah, what up, Tiff?
So
shout out to JJ joining us. So
here division.
She actually goes into more detail. She says she'd actually show that if I had that much power, there would be a whole show plus a reality show that actually covers the girls live. Plus, on top of that, we have a makeup line and be on the cover of Vogue saying, "Guess what? These women are badasses and they're beautiful in their own right."
All right, let's do it. Okay.
But
let's go.
But we already have a reality show. It's called Total Divas.
Right. So that's the problem. Is that like what Maria Kanellis always like brings up good points, but it always sounds like sour grapes. Maybe you pitched an idea that they used on somebody else. Look at Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt right now. fucking gimmick theft. How many times have people talked about, yo, I pitched this idea to Vince and he used it on somebody else?
And then they just mad. You just mad because they didn't use your idea. You just mad.
You just mad because I'm styling on you. You got flipped. Your whole gimmick, your whole thing got robbed and like it got used somewhere else. Guess what? They didn't think you'd be the one to execute. Yo, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying the people that thought you could did it. And that's where you at. So a women's ROH like show, why not? Yo, this who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna air it? Who's in it? Who's gonna watch it? Who's gonna
air it? Who's gonna watch it? Great questions, and I'm gonna answer that right now. We are, and everybody else will.
You think everybody else is gonna?
Yeah, watch that? We're talking about Dark Side of the Ring, right? That's what we're not talking about that. I thought that's what we were talking about. Cause Dark Side of the Ring, ladies and gentlemen, will be airing something that we will all watch this season. It will be the episode Plane Ride from Hell. Oh my God. What a hell of an anticipated episode. Yo, if you're a historian, a wrestling historian fan, you surely have stumbled upon the story of the Plane Ride from Hell. And Dark Side of the Ring is here to tell you that story. Ooh, talk about Evan Husney and Jason Eisner. They were on our boy, Nick Hausman. Shout out to our boy, Shooting the Shalom. He was on, and then they were talking about how, they got exclusive content for this episode in particular. Stewardesses that were on the flight. A bunch of wrestlers, of course. Just to cover it lightly. Old school. You said it was just the Cody. What did you say last week? What was this about? What was this episode about?
You had X-Pac, who apparently was having some problems with one Michael P.S. Hayes.
Wow, and that one's not even in this passage, but you got that. Okay.
So he cut his hair.
Nice.
You got, I believe you had, is it Kurt Hennig and Angle that were shooting on each other?
So the story goes, from what I heard, it was Kurt trying to wrestle everybody, and then Vince trying to wrestle Kurt, and then Kurt got him back, and then Undertaker wakes up and chokes out Kurt, protecting Vince. But also,
that's not this plane ride.
It's also this is all in one plane ride. This is all one plane ride from hell. Kurt Hennig also and Scott Hall will wind up fired, terminated after this plane ride. I think Kurt Hennig got into it with Brock Lesnar in this plane. Bro, all I know is I'm ready. I got the popcorn on deck, bruh. Do not buy me
what?
On decks. Of decks and decks.
Why don't you just put it in a bowl, bro? But like this episode,
because it can't be. It gotta be specials, man. You gotta put the right emphasis.
Did y'all watch Brian Pillman?
I saw the first half. I didn't get to see the second half yet.
I didn't get to see. I saw the whole thing. But I didn't get to see something on AEW that our boy Old School did. That was talking to me about earlier. Tell about what you did see involving Brian Pillman.
Shout out to the Acclaim for projecting where the Varsity Blondes are going to be in 10 years. Let them know they're going to be on the Dark Side of the Ring. I popped so hard.
Oh my God!
I woke up my children laughing.
Yo, that shit was funny. Every once in a while, the Acclaim they hit one, right?
They do something. They do one. They do something.
I thought it was a solid work that night. That one line killed it. I also like the Lady Gaga line he had not too long ago. Thought that was good. That her dog walker got burned or some shit. That was great.
He called the Young Bucks 2 cucks.
Oh, he also called them cucks. I do remember that. But everyone was like, yo.
He's funny. He's a funny guy. Entertainment, right? Entertainment is something that we love. We crave. We want to be entertained. We enjoy being entertained. So when WWE goes out and recruits their talent and they bring you talent, it's to entertain you. It's the only reason that they do it. They do it to their best ability, and they get the job done most of the time, guys. They get it done. Like this past week when we just learned that Eva Marie is back in town and she's here to entertain us. How we feeling?
You want to see someone light the internet on fire? you sign Eva Marie. If you're looking for a heel in an era where people say heels are soft, and I think that's true. I think a lot of what ails wrestling is a lack of like true heelatry, and very small groups of people are doing a really good job at it. But Eva Marie gets the kind of heat you wish your top heel got.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
What's a cherry for that?
Baby face. You want to create a baby face? Put her against Eva Marie.
How do you? Not how do you, but what else do you think? What else besides that? How can you better that? Her following, her social media following, bananas.
I mean,
it screams. Media outlets and photo shoots, all that shit that they like to fucking for business and whatnot. But my bad, guys. Eva Marie, she's only doing those two things. At least that's what we're expecting, right? Because it was not pretty when she left last time, or was it?
Old school. What do you think, yo?
I think that she's gonna bring the heat. I just wonder if it's gonna be X-Pac heat, go away heat.
Nah, man. Yes heat. And no. It doesn't matter. I don't think go away heat is like an overrated term. Because honestly, there are no heels, bro.
Okay.
You don't think that the people that were threatening to be that were threatened to stab fucking heels in the past, they didn't have go away heat, what was considered go away heat? That was go away and die, bro. They were threatening to stab you.
But that's a hot take. Like, this is ain't no one going out there to stab Eva Marie. Everyone's just groaning. They let out the resounding
right? And that's, I think, what we did, right? I think we took part in that, right?
Yes.
But on the way to doing that, I think there was some conversions and some changes of heart. But we're not going to get to that right away.
No, we're not going to get into that.
We are? All right, go ahead.
Here's the thing, right? Eva Marie, all right, is not, do you consider this a good signing? I think that in the era in which she is being signed right now, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
You just released people like Samoa Joe and Mickie James. Now, don't be an idiot, all right? Nobody is saying that Eva Marie's been signed for freaking weeks, for months.
Right.
I believe since September she was signed.
I know because I've seen it on our timeline for forever this week.
Ever this week. We've been told time and time again, yes. No shit.
Guys, did you know that she was signed back in October? Okay.
Yeah. You don't even know what she can deliver. You don't even know. Okay? She hasn't even had one match. Give her a chance. Shut the fuck up, nerd. All right? The fact of the matter is that you have proven commodities sitting on the bench like Mickie James. All right.
I'm so glad you brought her up.
Like Samoa Joe. All right? People that lost paychecks that were actively contributing to the product. Samoa Joe got drenched in a WrestleMania rain for this shit to get cut like the next day.
That's crazy,
and they kept
That's crazy.
Eva Marie, an unproven commodity. So they see something that nobody else sees.
Nobody. All right. I love that you said Mickie James because she was very vocal about the signing itself. Let's try.
She should be.
Let's try and depict these words. You tell me. I read this to Old School earlier today. He hit me up. We was talking, and I felt a certain type of way. I don't know if maybe she felt the get yo. What's goody? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all. So we're talking about Mickie James right now, responding to Eva Marie's signing. All right, here goes. Honestly, I think it's incredible she's been able to step away and still remain relevant, rebrand herself, and almost excel outside. Not everybody does that. I don't think her wrestling ability was ever her strength. I know she has been down in NXT working on the stuff. So I don't know. I don't think the wrestling bit was ever her thing. I feel like there's always been, even going back to old school wrestling, that there's a role for everybody and not everybody has to be a 5-star wrestler or whatever and have dream matches. That doesn't have to be a thing. If their character is strong and they can sell tickets, get ratings, I guess it works.
Tell me, Tell me. I want you to look, right, get a comb, and be like, yo, let me Inspector Gadget this shit. Where is the lie? Where is the lie?
Yeah.
There is no lie.
I'm lagging hard right now. My bad.
Hips don't lie, and neither does her mouth. Ask Aldous.
Oh
right?
my
The
Apparently
god.
neither does her bathwater.
Oh
Yummy!
my god.
Yummy. Excuse
No
me.
nice things.
Get yo some manners.
Nasty.
Yo, y'all heard about that OnlyFans chick that sold her bathwater and gave a bunch of people herpes by accident? That's not, I'm not kidding. That's real.
Oh my god.
Shit is real
Oh my
shit.
god, that is
Don't
real
drink
shit.
that. Get your antibiotics. That's what you don't need. You don't need a medic. Right? Mickey James said no lies in none of that. He's absolutely right. All right, and that is as honest and blatantly honest as anybody can be. Yo, not everybody on the show is meant to be a wrestler. Not everybody on the show is there for a 5-star match. All right, everybody's there to serve up. Yo, Hornswoggle was not there to put on 5-stars in the fucking Tokyo Dome. Right?
Yeah, he ate a lot too, so he's not.
First of all, his ladder match with Torito.
See, WLC? Oh man, everybody remembers that shit.
That shit was fire. Though.
Everybody remembers.
Fire.
So I don't know, but
yo, but it's not just jobbers. Paradox. It's not just jobbers, right? Like there's gotta be mid-carders. There's gotta be like random shit in the card that draws you in. Yo, there's gotta be like a fiend somewhere.
Is she like an advocate? Like, is she gonna be a manager or valet?
Eva?
Nah, I think she's here to wrestle, dog. I think she's been training.
She's
Can she surprise us? Yes. Bad Bunny did it. Why can't she? I mean,
yo, that's a good point. If
it's a tall tale.
Come off the street on like 6 weeks of backflips in a gym.
He did a Canadian Destroyer. She better do 2.
Damn, but she had a year before she showed up, and she didn't do that.
Maybe she didn't take it seriously the first time.
Probably
Fair
not.
enough.
Probably not. And on her, to defend her, she has batted for professional wrestling on her time away. Those that know. A certain somebody in a certain business was talking about professional wrestling, and she batted up. She went up to bat and she defended. She said, "Hey, y'all think it's fake, but this shit is real." And it was on a pod. I gotta get the clip. We'll post it up on Twitter. Check it out. But
listen, Eva Marie's career is tied to wrestling because look at this. Everybody's talking about it. She hasn't even done anything.
And done nothing.
Done much. But she hasn't done shit yet.
She needs to come out like Jericho, not say shit, and come back out.
And do that shit for weeks.
Yeah. Lacey Evans that shit. Yeah. For real talk.
Just like nothing, yo. And get that heat. Yo, people already hate her. I want her, every time she comes, I want her gimmick to be that she has a botch. Every time she's out.
So her original
just to piss
gimmick.
people off. Nah, I said a box.
A box.
Uno, singular.
Remember that time she forgot Jinder Mahal's name when she was doing the ring intros?
Why does that sound familiar? Oh shit, I gotta look that up.
She was introing 3MB and she couldn't. She like.
Oh my god.
She's like, and the Indian guy.
Basically.
Yo, chill. What are you doing?
Botches.
Nah, man. You know what? Maybe she comes in and does amazing. Maybe she comes in and she does exactly what we thought, and it was gonna be awful. Right. Either way, there's a really, really unproven factor about her. There's something we just don't know, and we know those things in other parts of the roster that were just recently cut. Right? We know Samoa Joe can cut promos. We know he can go. We know he's good on the fly. We know he's good scripted. We know like he could put on a match. We know he's legitimate. People like him or hate him.
He's a free agent.
He works, right? Mickey James, right? Proven professional. Fucking has worked every gimmick in the book, right? She could do it. Like she could work it.
Yeah.
So to go with, I mean, I'm not up for bat for like Bo Dallas. Like I'm not talking about Wesley Blake and shit. Like I'm talking about, you know, the top, the people at the top of that list that were just cut. Like to go with Eva, they better. This is gonna be like a title run, right? Like she's gotta start doing that because that's the top. That's the level of talent I see in the people that got let go.
For Eva, right?
For
And
Eva.
people are gonna be mad. People are gonna be mad, but that's why she's there to piss them off.
You just mad.
And you mentioned all those names. You mentioned Mickey James. You mentioned Eva. You mentioned Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, hot boy right now. Hot on the market. Oh, I got somebody hotter though. Ooh, I got somebody hotter. El hombre, Daniel Bryan. You know him very well. Hottest free agent on the market right now, and apparently WWE reportedly pushing hard to sign Mr. Daniel Bryan to a new deal. Where do you go, my lovely? I like to read a lot. Listen, I think Daniel Bryan is a hot deal right now, but this is news to me because I was in the mindset that this whole shit was a work from Get because of the whole stipulation on Friday, and then him trying to fucking, tease that he wanted to go have a lighter schedule. Wow.
Well, so Metzler, Uncle Dave had kind of made a reference to Dark Side of the Ring and Pillman when it came to Daniel Bryan. So I'm wondering, is he trying to say that old DB is trying to work himself into a shoot? Like he's like, yeah, we're gonna say that I'm gonna leave, and then he gets a release so he can go wrestle where he wants to wrestle.
I don't think that's in him, yo. And at least that's not what he's at least sharing, right? It's he praises Kenny. He thinks what Kenny's doing is amazing and is a fucking genius. Great. I think he wants to do the same shit, but he don't want to cut ties with WWE. I guess he wants to make his own lane, right? There's never been a lane that WWE allows where you can explore other companies.
You're incorrect, sir.
Ooh.
Mr. Samoa Joe, when he first came in, they allowed him to go work the indies while he was working NXT.
Nice. Okay. So then there's history of it. So it's not that far-fetched.
But this would be at a higher level, right? Like this is a main event WrestleMania match guy who is now gonna go out onto the indies. I don't know if they want that to happen.
Paradox Experience going for NJPW says they let him go for the titles. Oh man, that would be a good look for Daniel Bryan, man.
I don't know, man. So Daniel Bryan has intimated that like really he wants to spend time with his family, and I think he does.
Right, that's a long trip from home.
When you work a job that crushes your, all you can do is just go back home, right? Go back home and like reassess, because that's the dream, right? The dream is WWE, right? Everybody says that shit. Like nobody's dream is like to just be a wrestler. Like you're gonna be a wrestler where, right? So he's there, and not only was he there, he was successful. He was just in the other main event at Mania, right? One of the co-main events. So for him to just be like, I'm out of it, I'm not doing this, like blah blah. Yeah, he's gonna take some time to go home. And you know what makes me think this way? Kurt Angle, when he asked just today, Kurt Angle kind of mentioned it on his podcast, whatever, that when he asked for his release, right, he was like, he was in a bad place with drugs or whatever, painkillers. He had torn his groin and his hamstring and his abdominal. So he was like all bruised. And he's like, he went up to Vince and he fucking like whipped his dick out in a meeting. And he was like, yo, my shit is purple. He was like, my penis is black because of the bruising. And he was like, look, dog, like I need time. Like I gotta reassess my life.
I gotta go home for a little bit, bro.
Yo, I gotta chill, dog. Like I'm doing drugs and now I'm turning black. Like I'm the opposite of Michael Jackson. And he went. 2 months later, he was in TNA. Yo, he was out. Oh, yo, I need time. I'm dying. I'm on drugs. That's when we got Perk Angle. Right? That's when we got that shit coming. So Daniel Bryan's gonna do the same shit, not minus the drugs. All right, Daniel Bryan's gonna go back home for 2 months, maybe a little bit longer.
Reassess.
He's gonna reassess. He's gonna be like, yo, whatever.
Do some recording.
I'm black enough. I'm coming back.
Be on Total Divas.
And that is the question. Where does he come back when he comes back?
JJ, is that what you really want? A management position?
No, I want to see
his own wrestling school. Most likely will happen.
No,
I'm pretty sure that should happen.
No, because he hated doing the head trainer for ROH's school.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow.
I don't think he goes to ROH. I think he's bigger than ROH. I think like ROH is a
trash. Yeah, I know.
It's like the fourth, fifth promotion, sixth. Like it's taking a tumble, bro.
Run by animals.
It's taking a tumble.
You know what it is? I don't know if he wants like. I don't think
well, that's out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if he was to do something like that, I would rather him go to MLW.
Yo.
MLW, there's dope shit there. There's dope shit he can do.
They're partnering, right?
I would even say NWA, right? He can do shit at NWA. Yeah. But that's not where I see him either.
He's ultimately gonna go where he I'm sure he knows where he wants to go, and he's gonna try to push his. He's done it for Mania. He's gotten his way with Mania. He's gotten his way with coming back. He was told he can't wrestle. He made it. He got through that. This is just another thing he's gonna fucking tackle, and I expect him to fucking put in work. And we'll be seeing Daniel Bryan working.
I say New Japan.
Yeah,
I say New Japan too.
I say for the match wise, if he wants to have bangers, yeah, I'm saying New Japan too.
Yeah, let him do his thing, and I think that's what he loves to do.
Yeah, man, for real.
Let him rock. And then you know what? He could goat himself and then come back to WWE because WWE would do that
always,
shit. He'll
always come back, man.
No, because Daniel Bryan has never been, at least from when you watch the shit and the vibe that you generally get from him is like, this isn't about money really. And right now he's made more money than he's ever made in his life. Mm-hmm. He is a smart guy, right? Total Divas taught us that. Like for Total Bellas taught us that. He's a smart guy, right? He's a frugal guy. He's not like very materialistic. So, bro, it's not about the money. He'd make a major sacrifice like that. He'd go to NJPW. Not that they can't pay him, but I don't know what that's like. So that's the move.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue anywhere he goes. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna. He shouldn't expect any. He should expect a pay cut anywhere he goes.
Well, here's the guy who you know, Mischief said, you know, everyone wants to go to WWE. Daniel Bryanson never. Brian Danielson, Jesus, never intended to go to the E. The only reason he was starting to go is because, like, his body was starting to fail him. So he was like, either he goes to the E to make some money and call it a career, or he was going to have to find a new vocation.
Oof. That's a hard decision.
That's a smart financial decision.
Right. It worked out, I guess.
he's now made, that worked out, right? He's now made more money than he's ever made in his life. He can make decisions with himself now that like he couldn't make when he started. Right. Before he started the WWE. That paycheck is a safety net.
And now he's a superstar that sells out arenas, and everybody pays great money to see him anywhere he goes. Anywhere, guys. He'll literally go to any promotion and he'll sell out the first match he has. And I'll tell you what, every person that goes to see that show will pay a hard-earned dollar to see it. Just like the people last night that went to AEW Dynamite and paid their hard-earned money to watch a show and be entertained. Refunds. News on refunds were given out for AEW Blood and Guts when the first hour was taped. So Tony Khan is adamant about saying that this was made very clear. When tickets were on sale, you were getting one match in a live event. And apparently, a lot of fans didn't like that shit. So either they didn't see that message or people don't know how to read. But they got a taped show for the first hour, and then Le Champion came out and blessed them all. But they got their money's worth. Money back, apparently.
That's hilarious. All these dumb motherfuckers get a refund because they're dumb motherfuckers.
Oh, man.
That was on the ticket. If that was on the ticket,
I see me that sandwich, man.
Así viene el sándwich. Yo, that is the best example of así viene el sándwich. Así, like it's stated, el sándwich, the show. Así viene el sándwich, my man. That's it. That's how it comes. It was one match.
Yo.
That's why we were confused last week. We were like, yo.
Yeah, we announced it too.
Yep.
One match live. We knew last week. So if you were going to the show and you did not know that,
You missed episode 158 apparently.
Yo,
but you know what? This
It's
is
rough.
a Florida wrestling fan, so it's a caliber of individual that might not necessarily be able to.
Yeah, I agree with Paradox here. The worst part was commentary too, because I was watching. I had a shout out to Twitch, man. Somebody had a live stream going on that, and then I was watching, catching up on that. But then at the same time, watching it live, and the commentary wasn't as great as I thought it would be, given the circumstances.
all right, hold on. So let's talk about it. Before we talk about it, actually, let's talk about the show. What do you guys think about those pre-recorded matches?
Cody and Cutie was dope, man. Cutie Marshall put in a show. They went at it.
All right. So QT Marshall. Let's talk about that match real quick. And AEW gets its criticisms, yo. And I enjoy AEW right now. I think I'm enjoying AEW more than WWE. But yo,
shout out to PD. What's good, PD?
It's not even that hard anymore.
It's not even that. Yo, they're not making it easy. So what I don't understand is QT Marshall is in this match with Cody Rhodes, right? Blood feud. Cody Rhodes takes off his belt. He's like, I'm going to whoop this boy's ass. Takes off the belt like he's done many a time. And the ref is like, no, please. Oh, my God. Please don't do that. Oh, my God. And Cody's like, I'm going to hit him. But I'm the baby face. And he's like, no, please, oh, my God. So then, all right, Cody loses the strap. Bam. QT Marshall has his own strap, starts whooping Cody's ass, and the ref's just like, oh my God, I guess what happened.
I mean,
if Cody was not going to get DQ'd for using the strap, there was no need to intervene in the strap usage. If there is a DQ associated, then what the fuck did you let Marshall go on for? Get the strap usage for. So, ¿Cómo viene el sándwich, man? How was this supposed to happen?
¿Cómo viene el sándwich, man? ¿Cómo que viene el sándwich?
The sándwich. Yo, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, yo, babyface, you can't use it, but the heel can. I mean, I like those rules, but I don't think that shit makes much sense now, does it?
Unless, are they going to come out and say that the ref was in the heel's pocket?
I don't think he was even wearing pants, bro.
Listen, we're not talking about the fact that QT can't afford to have anyone in this fight.
Who's that NBA ref that's now a ref for MLW?
And for MLW, that's what I was thinking about too.
The one that got bought off?
Yeah.
Vic.
I have no idea, bro. That shit is scripted, man. I don't watch that shit.
Oh man, that's what's happening, man. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so there's that. So what else? What were the other matches? Remind me.
Yeah, Jim Cornette do be having anger issues, man.
We had that squash match with Julia Hart, who is not a member of the Hart family, and our hardcore icon, Doc Britt Baker.
Oh, woo. She's coming, guys.
Dr. Death.
Okay, that was all right.
30 seconds of what the fuck.
They had a couple of announcements that were big announcements too.
Was that big? Was it big to you?
You got Miro and Darby.
Right. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Well, no, fuck it. We'll talk about that.
So next week, Miro and Darby.
No.
We talked about it. It was short.
So Miro comes out and Miro probably cuts the best promo he's cut.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, I agree.
He has gotten better.
No. I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, okay. Yo, he's gotten a lot better since he got here. All right, no doubt. But when you're like in the middle of watching, right, and Miro's cutting this intense ass promo, looking at the camera, spitting his shit, he's flexing, and then you look like a foot to your side, and you see Tony Schiavone mouthing every word of the promo.
You're not lying, though. I caught that.
word that came out of Miro's mouth also came out of Tony Schiavone.
I was like, why is he talking so much too?
Tony, yes, that is all. Like, why the fuck is he talking?
So I was laughing at this part because what it reminded me of was when we were really little, and we would be in church for like Sunday school. Like, they would tell one of the children, you have to pray.
When you were a little bad guy, right? When you're a little bad guy. Right.
But, a little kid doesn't know what the hell to say. So his parents are, like, right there. And they're just whispering to him out loud so that everyone can hear him. So you hear the prayer twice. And that's exactly what was going on. Tony's like, all right, here, I'm going to run you through this.
Oh, my God. Repeat after me, okay? Pumpkin.
Everybody go back and watch Miro's promo.
Facts.
It looks like Tony Schiavone has his hand up Miro's ass, and he is the shittiest ventriloquist. He's just like,
oh, shit.
I swear to God, bro. So, other than that was just something I couldn't stop staring at when I noticed. So, it kind of threw me off. But the beginning of the promo, when I didn't realize, because then I went back and I noticed it was from the get. But anyway. Miro, that was Miro's best promo.
Agreed.
And I think he's gonna get better.
I think he wins the title. From Darby.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. If it's a pay-per-view, is it a pay-per-view? Oh no, it's next week. Never mind, it's not a pay-per-view. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm saying, like, I feel like they should make that a big thing.
You have like a DQ finish that leads to a title match. Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be a big thing. He wins a title, his first title.
He could injure him and then put him in the accolade and keep him in it until he gets DQ'd or some shit. You know?
I dig that.
Darby was thrown down the stairs by
yes, he was.
Sky and Ethan. Yeah. So, Darby, I love him, man, but, like, he's not going to have a very long career, bro. Come on, man.
He's boys with Steve-O, bro. You got that brotherhood.
He's Jeff Hardying this stuff before he's even made it.
Great point. Paradox Experience. They got to stop giving these matches for free.
I disagree.
No?
I disagree.
Oh, no.
They use these big matches to build this shit. Like,
yes.
But this is a new company. You got to give away a lot of shit for free.
Last night shouldn't have been for free.
All right. Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But,
I think we're there.
Another hype show.
Okay. Talk to me.
Can we talk about the belt collector, everyone's chosen savior, coming out to hit the most garbage ass promo I have seen the whole night. His was the guy who's supposed to lead the company, and I was just like, okay.
You guys were not gonna skip through this. No. Yes, it fucking sucked.
Cringe.
Oh my god.
Cringe.
We got work to do.
I was mad uncomfortable watching Kenny Omega.
We got work to do, Kenny.
Yo,
I
was just like, damn. And then Bubba Ray also made a good point on Twitter.
Oh, talk to him. To him.
Yeah.
Where was that Impact title?
Nakazawa.
It was on Michael Nakazawa, who had just no-sold an ass whooping that he had in the pre-recorded section of the evening. Right? No-sold any of it. Like, he got whooped. Because Moxley and that match was dope. Eddie Kingston.
Oh, how do we skip that shit?
Yeah, well,
you mean with those awesome knees?
Phantom Moxley knees.
Hey, it took me back to New Japan with that shit.
Yo, listen, Kenny Omega's a fantastic wrestler. You cannot take that away from him. He's really good, yo. He's really good. But everything else is so cringy to me, man. Like, I really.
Oh my god.
And I can appreciate that his performance is so good that people are willing to overlook it. But what I can't stand is when people try to defend it. They're like, no, it's because he has a subtle character. I'm like, no, it's not a subtle character.
What?
Right?
No. So, what it is that, like, there's an alternate reality of people, right? That, like, they look at something and they see the complete opposite of you, right? Like, I think bizarro world exists, right? Especially if you look at our political climate and everything going on. You look at...
Así no viene sándwich.
There are two people that watch a Yankee-Boston game, and the Yankee fan looks at it one way, and the Boston fan looks at it another way, and
the right
Boston
way.
fan is wrong. So
you're right.
Unless you're Altuve, and then you're just a cheater. Right?
And then we just agree. Yankees and Red Sox come together.
Cheaters, yeah, that's it. That's our harmony. Did you see that he was playing? It's his birthday. And they were like, "Fuck your birthday."
Who let the wrestling fans into Yankee Stadium, yo? Who let y'all in there, man? Yeah, it's like y'all came straight from Hammerstein, straight into Yankee Stadium. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Good shit.
You're a cheater. So, all of that to say that there are a group of people who look at this Omega character and they're like, yo, this is my shit. I really like that. And I don't know who you are or why you exist. Because you might also be the other spectrum of the people that don't like caca sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, Omega is just not it. He does not connect with me on anything. Like, that promo should have sold me the world. And I just felt like he's world champion, Paquet. Like, he just, out of the ring, he just doesn't look the part that he thinks he does for me.
You know what it is? Here's a little homework Old School's giving you guys out there.
Right?
Nah,
get him out.
Man,
Please go watch Jeff Farmer cut a promo.
Jeff Farmer.
Jumpin' Jeff Farmer.
Okay.
It's considered one of the worst promos in wrestling history.
Yo, homework.
That was where Omega was kind of at. Like, it was the same type of acting job.
Right.
Pac and who? Pac and who? The world's greatest wrestler and
I don't know.
Come on, man. Get out of here with that shit.
He's doing big things. He needs to be performing at 100. He needs to be perfect if he's gonna be doing this. Holding the Impact, holding the AAA and the AEW, and now you're trying to compete with like other number ones from other companies. I don't know. You're not looking too good, Kenny. You're not looking too good. Daniel Bryan is looking a lot better, even though he praises him. He praises him.
Because in the ring, he's not deniable. You gotta
undeniable.
Yeah.
His work rate.
Yo.
And just as undeniable, how shitty he is on the mic.
Yo, for real. Listen, you could question booking decisions. Like, there's some things, like, in Kenny Omega matches that are just, like, weird and shit, whatever. Him wrestling fucking sex dolls and shit, whatever. I also saw a social distance match between Jimmy Lloyd and Jordan Oliver, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, Joey Janela. So, in the beginning of the pandemic, you don't remember they had a social distance match and they did all the moves 3 feet apart from each other?
Did they? Oh, God.
Yeah. So, I'm willing to suspend disbelief. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's got to be putting it lightly.
I believe that The Undertaker was not alive. I'm willing to go. Yo, I think John Cena was a thug rapper in the first half of his career.
But Kenny Omega's not a good on the mic.
It's a caca sandwich.
It's a caca sandwich. It's a caca
sandwich supreme.
So here's the caca sandwich supreme. I wanna get your feel on this. I'm gonna throw this out there and we're gonna talk about it because it is the main event of the evening. We're talking about blood and guts. Blood and guts. Old school War Games submit and surrender match.
Yes.
What is your take on this?
The match itself?
Go ahead. The match itself. We'll talk about the finish later, right? We'll go with the match.
Match itself had the vibes. I think it had the spots. You know, I popped hard when my boy Dax hit the spine buster.
Oof. I thought of you when I saw it.
Well, you could have seen me on our timeline. I was like, yes.
Damn, Joe took over. Fuck.
He was live on Twitter.
Yeah, like, I was quiet for like an hour and a half. All of a sudden, I'm popping up on screen. I felt like it had that old school War Games vibe to it. Do we fast forward to what happens, or you guys have comments?
I'm good. I mean, I want to point out the what's it called? The Mexican
You say something racist, bro?
Nah, it's the reverse soup. Oh shit! It was off the middle rope with Sean Spears and Sammy Guevara. The Spanish fly, bro. The Spanish fly. He did the Spanish fly off the mid rope. That shit was amazing. Sean Spears was amazing here, guys. Amazing. The share word comes in.
He reminded us why we wanted him there.
Yeah. I saw some amazing moves. I saw this dude. Which was the other one from Dax? What's his name nowadays? Cash. That's his name. Yeah, that one. He grabbed Sean Spears and some weird shit, and the way he fucking dumped him back into the cage was amazing. Oh God, man. Jake Hager.
Nah, my favorite in the match. My two favorites were PMP.
Okay.
PMP and my honorary mention is Sammy Guevara.
Okay.
And yo, Sammy Guevara, did you see him on social?
Yes, bro.
Stitches, he was all bruised up.
Give that man a title right now for that. I don't care what it is.
He took a licking and kept on ticking like he was out there. He was fun part of the match. He busted his ass once. He was trying to walk on the ropes from one ring to another. Whatever. But he was doing a tough spot anyway. I don't hold that against him. It's a sloppy match.
Facts.
That's what I want to see when I watch a War Game style match. Like, it's not going to be perfectly executed backflips.
It's going to be ugly.
Facts.
It's going to be ugly.
Paradox. Nah, this felt like old school WCW vibe and violence when you felt they wanted to kill each other. Dudes wasn't playing. We got a fork. Yo, the fork, bro. Took it back to Puerto Rico, bro. Oh my God, I loved it. That's
the other part that
dead presidents.
If you follow them, right, you know that they do the dead presidents paint when they come out for war, and they came out for war in blood. I love Ortiz
almost
coming
death
out,
Brooklyn stand
chairs.
up.
I love Santana coming out with the fork, baby. Like, you could tell, like, they live their fucking brand. Like, that shit is on brand for them.
Can I just say
my favorite part,
the greatest entrance of the year so far? Like, I couldn't have been. I felt it was WrestleMania before the match started when the crowd was there lighting up the masses with Judas. I saw a sign that said, "All I want for my birthday is to sing Judas." That shit was amazing, bro. It got me so hyped for this fucking thing from the beginning.
The match started really good. I think Sammy Guevara starting was a great idea. I thought Dax did a tremendous job, right? Like, we're not talking about the pinnacle. I mean, you talked about Sean Spears, but like Dax and Cash were amazing as well.
One guy you guys haven't mentioned yet.
Sammy is like they used to say with Drew McIntyre when he first came in and he was called the Chosen One, like his biggest problem was he looks like a fucking kid, right?
Yeah.
Sammy kind of falls into the same thing, right? Jericho called him. He's like, this guy reminds me of a young Eddie Guerrero. But he looks like he's 12.
It's true.
But what you see inside Blood and Guts is you see like the man, the boy becoming the man, right? So it's like you see the veteran stripes. You're starting to see the scars come up on here. Right?
Yeah.
So I love it because it's like this is when you start to get attached to him, and then like when he does make the rise up, it's like it wasn't all of a sudden because he was like prophesized. It's like, no, you saw him get his veteran stripes.
Right.
One guy you guys haven't mentioned. Go ahead, Mischief. Go ahead.
Even when you look at, just to piggyback what Joe said, even when you look at like when he's kind of split from Inner Circle, like you could tell he's his own man. He could hold his own. He could have his own opinion. He's not going to be anybody's bitch.
Nah.
So it gives him credibility even for when he does, grow a mustache or whatever that's like.
Facts.
Puts on a couple of pounds or something.
Yeah.
Did y'all notice?
He's getting jacked, yo.
Yo.
On social, he was.
Nah, he's not jacked. He's not jacked.
Come on, he's not New Jack, but
he's not Champa jacked. Diablo. But anyways, y'all didn't mention MJF.
I know. So because I think MJF is heavily
trash.
tied.
I mean, my bad.
MJF is heavily tied to the finish of this match.
Oh god.
And I have conflicting ideas about this. So let's talk.
We're gonna do it.
Let's talk.
Chat. We're doing it, chat. So
we're gonna talk about it.
In case y'all wasn't ready.
Finish. All right, let's talk about the finish to this Blood and guts.
Daddy Ciampa.
Ciampa got huge too, but that's a whole nother story. JJ,
put it in your pants.
Where your pants?
Where your pants at?
First thing that made me hate Blood and Guts, all right, because Blood and Guts had a lot of pros and cons, but let's be honest.
Word.
All right, it was an amazing show. It was a really good match. I love how messy it was. All right, but there were moments of just dramatic productional error. There's one moment where fucking Jericho takes out his blade, right? He's fucking holding that
You're
shit.
fucking
The camera
notorious.
captures it. It zooms in on the blade. There's
Nah. You're notorious. You're notorious. I don't blame the camera for that. You notice every blade cut and release in every match that there's been.
Nah, man. Nah.
You mischief notices.
But he was egregious about that. She's like, all right, here I go. Camera, that's a camera.
She opened the packet. Opened the packet and she gives the receipt.
But the negative way, I didn't.
Come on, man. That was awful.
Oh,
and really the worst part of this whole match, and we're gonna talk about the finish, but the worst part of this whole match was the commercials and the timing of them.
So this is my pet peeve. This is my pet peeve, right? And you guys are saying AEW is trying to build a brand, so this is why they're bringing out these heavy hitter matches for us to watch right now. That's all well and good. Here's my thing: you're supposed to learn from the past, right? If you've seen errors that have come up in the past, and I feel like
there's too many.
Cody, being so intertwined with WCW through his father, he brings a lot of that in. And this feels like WCW type nonsense. Yo, it's great that you're trying to counteract WrestleMania with Clash of the Champions. But AEW doesn't need to do that right now. I would have rather them hype this up and made this a pay-per-view. And that way we don't have to see freaking picture-in-picture on a match of this caliber.
Yo, pay-per-view match at that. Okay, so
I would pay good money for this. Y'all would pay good money, right?
I get that, and to Paradox's point, that they have a conversation, right? And then you see the conversation, then he shoves him. The problem isn't really the conversation for me, more as the fact that we saw it. That camera wasn't supposed to catch that shit. And to be honest, if you ask me, that wasn't supposed to be a shove. That may be a super kick or a fucking Judas effect. I don't know. Something else other than a shove. Because that shit was not longer than a fucking a top rope from the outside. That shit was not high. That shit was not a fucking concrete. So, he could. Jericho could have taken that bump from higher. Or he could have gotten hit. But that's neither here nor there. That's just me being spoiled. And yeah, I'm doing the most. But the camera should have still had not shown you all that extra shit. A lot of bad angles, man. You brought up the shit with the blade and shit. It really wasn't more the conversation. It was more the fact that we saw it, I think.
We saw the conversation, right? And if you notice, there was a lot of things that the camera just kept catching, right? Jericho has MJF in the fucking lion tamer or whatever, right? The walls. And then Jericho kind of sits up. And then Jericho taps MJF's leg so MJF can hit him with the low blow. Right? There's just little things that the camera needs to know these things are coming.
Right.
Be locked on at a certain angle. You know what I mean? Just little shit like that. So now let's get to the shove. Let's get to that conversation.
Ooh. Talk to.
I kind of do like the submission, the surrender. All right.
The finish? How they won?
Yeah. The actual
I liked
finish,
it. I had no problem with that.
I would have liked to see more urgency. Just throwing Jericho off didn't feel like it was urgent enough. At least the way Jericho and MJF did it, it didn't feel like it was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't feel like, all right, we surrender. That should have been a more dramatic moment.
So
it's hard because what are they doing? They're recreating something we've seen plenty of times. So it's hard. I don't think they could have pulled that off. Getting any
in '97, right?
Go ahead. What happened then?
You had the NWO versus the Four Horsemen. this is when Kurt Hennig has taken over Double A spot. At the end of the match, Hennig turns. He helps cuff Benoit and Mongo, and then they jump Flair. They bust open the door, and now they're threatening Benoit and Mongo with crushing Rick's head in with the door. Right?
That's vicious.
And
that's vicious.
You see like the fear on their face, and they're fighting because they're cuffed away from Flair, and so like there's this drama that's built up. I think that was kind of missing from this, right? You wanted there to be peril and urgency.
I didn't see an advantage for Pinnacle at all in this. Maybe for a few minutes, but then of course, picture in picture covered most of the fucking the time that they had the advantage.
Yeah, every time Pinnacle had the advantage, it was commercial break, right? We didn't really get to see a lot of Wardlow, right? There was a moment there that Wardlow had that we didn't get to see. And most importantly, in my opinion, I didn't really get to see where MJF got to the top.
Right.
That was a picture.
That was all commercial. That was all commercial.
All commercial. That was the longest commercial.
Yeah.
Because by the time I caught like what was happening, I was like, "Yo, wait, hold on! Like, why is he like going? Like, what is he doing?" I didn't see his whole thing. Like, and that for me, story, that shit hurt me in terms of like following the story. Right? Like, I was just like, "Damn." Right. Then they get up there, they do the thing up there, which wasn't all that impressive, like the match that they had up there. And then the conversation and the shove.
I thought somebody was going through. I saw the different style of fence that was on the top on the roof.
That was cool. Like I thought that was all cool. Everything was dope. That shit looked like the dopest play set ever.
I can't wait for the toy set to come out. Shout outs to the wrestling figures.
This is gonna be lit.
When Warlord was in his white gear, I was like, this guy's gonna get doused in blood.
Yo,
it did not happen.
Dax was drenched from opening bell. Yo, I thought Jake Hager had started the match busted open on the sides, but he had IC.
I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah. It was inner circle. Right? He had got like a design IC on the side of both of his heads. I mean,
whatever. It's Jake Hager.
Yeah,
I was like,
he had a dope night. Amazing performance.
I figured it was like, are they just trying to make it that easy that like just pop it and then all of a sudden he's gushing?
all of this time, bro. We still have not talked about Jericho landing. So the team submits. And they're like, yeah, I mean, surrenders.
Hey!
Guevara is like, again, they're trying to, I think, posture him as like the next man, right? Like he's a man. He makes decisions first, right? He's gonna be the one to call surrender, right? This is his family, right? So they really write a nice, beautiful story about how Inner Circle is family. And then they kind of just stand there while MJF threatens to throw him off.
Yeah.
And then MJF throws him off, and they're all like, "Damn, bro, why'd you do that?" Jericho, you alright, yo? Like, yo.
Nah. I think Santana put the X. I think he put the X.
Santana was like, yo, I think he dead, B. You were like, come on, like, yo, I just fucking, come on, like, yo. And this motherfucker violated the only rules of this war. Like, that shit, go kick his ass. Like, I expected those motherfuckers to climb up the side of the cage, and MJF have to hightail, right?
Yeah, they had to, like, get chased out or some shit, right?
But Jericho was just there in his pile of graham crackers and marshmallows, just waiting for chocolate to make a s'more.
So that was obviously our chair shot of the week. Headlining the HPC of the week.
Can we put some clarifiers on this, right? It's not that we wanted to see Jericho plummet to his death or
to die.
Was it? Like, I wanted real concrete. Damn it!
Like we just wanted us to not have to see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we?
Don't lie to me, baby.
You didn't have to carry it. They didn't have to catch it from their angle. Maybe I don't know. Do something different. I don't know. It just wasn't what we needed.
Fall off and just look up at MJF looking sinister, and then you can have like a stretcher job with Jericho getting stretchered out.
Because ultimately the moment was about MJF anyway.
Right.
That was the moment, right?
Right.
That was the image.
Right.
MJF bloodied on top of the cage, fucking going like that. Yeah, that's what you want to remember. But that's not what you're gonna remember. You're gonna remember Jericho falling through graham crackers. That's what you're gonna remember, right? And one of the reasons, and I'm just gonna blame this all on production. So really, production gets the chair shot, camera angles, right? How many times has Jeff Hardy and others jumped off of shit like onto the crash pads, and the camera been like under the landing?
Yeah.
They just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
That's the image you leave with, and then you go back to MJF on the top of the ring, Cage looking like a fucking champ.
I think that's playing it safe, though. I mean, I don't know shit about shit when it comes to fucking producing, but like to me, that looks like you're playing it safe, putting a camera in that specific location,
right,
so that you don't see everything, man.
Lie to me, baby.
I don't care.
Like,
listen, we know the good guy wins at the end. We always want to see it anyway, right?
Right.
Like we know that Chris Jericho is not dead. We want to see MJF looking sinister.
We expect Talk is Jericho to run smoothly tomorrow.
Absolutely, I'm gonna hear it tomorrow, no problem.
The other thing is that like the announce table was all like, "Oh my God, the concrete! He fell through the concrete." Yo, you're looking at it. You're looking at it with your eyes. You know it's not concrete.
The shit's flapping and shit like that.
Yo, like you just printed out those diamond plates.
Yo, that shit was like this, bro.
It was like this. There should have been no cameras there looking at that shit like this.
I've never seen concrete flap like that, bro.
Jericho opened one eye and he hit the thing and it flapped. You know, it's supposed to be concrete.
I've never seen flappy concrete like that in my life.
Like, yo, you didn't have to do all that. If the camera wasn't there, that camera didn't need to be there. You needed to cut to, Jericho gets thrown off. Maybe you briefly catch the landing, immediately cut to MJF looking like a champ. Because then we wouldn't have talked about how nobody in the inner circle ran and chased his ass. We only remembered they were there because they were still on our camera. They were still on our screen.
I hear that. Folks, we running out of time, but I want to just quick throw some highlights for this week, man. Couple pops that I got. False Count Anywhere, Leon Ruff and Isaiah Swerve Scott was dope. Bananas. Street fight for the tag team women's titles. The way tag team women's titles. The way defeated Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, which Shotzi was also trolling.
Yeah,
that was a pop. Trolling AEW because of the fucking finish of Blood and Guts. What else we got here? What you guys got? What you got? I'm talking too much, man.
Shotzi Blackheart was amazing this week.
Yeah,
I loved her, but we got some new tag team champions in NXT. First of all, the match was that street fight was dope. But Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, new tag champs. Mm-hmm. That was fire this week.
I'm gonna leave y'all with the chair shot of the week. Evolution, running wild, baby.
Oh, but you don't know. You don't know what it's gonna be like yet. She hasn't wrestled that one match.
She's been training with Brian Kendrick for like 3 years now. You guys don't even know.
You don't even know. You don't even know. Oh man, that's I think that's all the time we have for you folks this week. It's 10 count of 10. So Mission, please tell the people what they could do.
Yo, where do you like to hear it? Where do you want it? That's really the question you want to hear. Where do you want it? And do you want it, on YouTube? Do you want it on SoundCloud? Do you want it on Spotify? You want it on iTunes? No matter where you get your fix, get it now. Subscribe, hit it up. Shout outs to everybody. Twitch, we out here. Twitter, something. Give me some dessert, baby.